Hi, everyone. Morning, if you are on the East Coast or West Coast or wherever you are. Welcome to today's episode of Tea Time with Nori, Facebook Live. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all what does it mean to be fully present. This is a topic that I am been really moved to talk about because as I am learning more about what it means to be self-aware, what it means to get to know yourself, I'm being more and more moved to talk about this. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Nori Pouncil. I help millennial women get to know themselves by shifting their mindset and being fully present. Let's just get into it. So I define being fully present as engaging all of your senses, as engaging your sense of sight, your sense of hearing, and your sense of touch. Particularly, I'm going to define touch as feeling outside your body like this, and also feeling inside your body. So feeling what's happening within you, how your energy is flowing, how your energy is moving. And when we are fully present, all of that is really engaged. Your attention is fully in the now, and you are not worried about the past. You're not worried about the future. You're simply focused on what is happening in this moment, what is happening right now. And a lot of us struggle with that. For many years, I struggled a lot with being fully present. I was what I call a slave to my thinking mind. We have the mind, and the mind is extremely powerful, but sometimes the mind takes over. We get so caught up in thinking that we stop controlling the mind, and the mind gets in control. Have you ever been able to stop thinking when you want to? Have you ever been able to get out of your head on command? A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people struggle with that because the mind is in charge. The mind tells them when to think, what to think, and that's a reaction. The body acts accordingly. That's why sometimes you may be watching a TV show that you really enjoy, and out of nowhere, you pick up the phone, you start scrolling to Instagram or Facebook, and you're watching something that you really like. But because the mind is the one in control and in charge, you're then being called to pick up that other device and engage with it. So what happens when we are not fully present is that we are slave to the thinking mind. The mind decides what we do, when we do it, and we almost feel like there's not an option. Like there's no way that you can just be sitting down without the thinking mind telling you what to do, without thoughts in your head controlling your every action. And when I first got into this walk, when I started trying to get to know myself and understand why I did the things I did and why I am behaving the way I behaved, I understood something really powerful, that I had the ability to break free of the thinking mind, that I had the ability to have breaks when the thoughts were not in control, when I was in control. Because if the thoughts then are not in control, then who is in control, right? Then you get to be in control. And I first began to experience this when I got into meditation. And I remember I would sit in the time I have an office. So I would sit in this cushion when I lived in DC, and I would sit there and I would just watch the thoughts floating in the mind. So I would have my eyes closed, and as I sat there, suddenly I would get random thoughts like, did you close the door? Is the stove on? Or I might hear a car outside, the alarm of a car outside, and I may even get irritated by that car and be like, why is this noise happening? My husband might be in the kitchen making a smoothie, and I'm like, why is he making noises? It's time for me to be meditating. And slowly I began to pay attention to how the thoughts will come into the mind. And I used to think of the thoughts as like clamps like this. And the thoughts would just run between them, and at some point it will close, and whatever thought he grabbed, that's what will come to the mind, and that's what I will start paying attention to. So it became really important for me to want to give that a break. I didn't want to be thinking all the time. I wanted to experience life without the perspective of someone that's constantly thinking. And here comes in being present. I learned more about the power of being present through a book, or actually a few books. The Four Agreements is one of them. I'm like looking for them. The Four Agreements is one of them. The Power Now by Eckhart Tolle is another one that speaks a lot on being present and the power of being present. And through these books, I really have gotten to a place now where I can be fully present. What I've shared with you about engaging the senses, about feeling from within, as I am right, as I'm talking to you right now, I am feeling my energy. I am leaving a little bit of my attention to the energy. And because I am so fully present talking to you and recording this video, I don't hear any of the thoughts in the mind. The mind is not there. And that's because you can only focus on one thing at a time. A lot of us think that we can multitask and focus on all these things at the time, but that's simply not the case. And through the practice and through the time I've spent doing this, I've learned that to be fully present means to be free of the thinking mind, means to be free of what's happening in here so you can fully experience what's happening within you and in your surroundings. But a lot of us are not able to do that because the thinking mind takes over and it tells us what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and causes all these types of problems and within us or perceived problems within us. And then we struggle a lot to exit that mental space. So through the work I've done with women, helping them get to know themselves, helping them get out of their heads, I've understood that the present moment is the most important moment because the past is the present that already happened. And the future is the present that's going to happen. And a lot of us think that we need to live in the past, reminiscing about the good old days, or living in the future, hoping that things will be different. When in reality, the only place we can take action is in this moment right now. And that's why it is so important, it's critical that you are fully present in every moment, that you're not allowing the mind to rob you of your gift to be here. Because a lot of us let the mind do that. And when the mind does that, guess what happens? You don't know what's going on. You wake up and you think things are going to be differently, but they're just the way they used to be. And being fully present has really allowed me to become a more loving person, to become a kinder person, to give myself more grace because I am not resisting the now. When you're fully present, you don't resist what's happening right now. You accept it. You surrender to the reality that things just are. It is what it is. And you can change it if you want to, but you do not have to be a slave to it. But you cannot resist it because when you start resisting things, you refuse to see them for what they really are. So in today's video, I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to share with you why being fully present is so important because it is the only place where you can take action. The things that you need to look out for the most with being present is one, not living in the past and not living in the future. And also don't resist your present. Look at it. Use it as an opportunity to learn about yourself, about what can you change, about what can you do differently, and about what are the things about you that you really don't like and the things that you wish you could change. A lot of us don't give ourselves that opportunity because we are not fully present, so we don't know. Being fully present allows you to experience you in a deeper level and really helps you get to really know yourself. And again, if you want to know how to do that, it means to fully engage with all your senses, to engage your sight, engage your hearing, and engage your feeling. Not only feeling on the outside, but also feeling in the inside, feeling your energy. And as a result of that, you'll find that you'll be free of the thinking mind, and you'll be able to experience periods of time where the mind is not in control, when you are in control. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.